If you guys would, stand to your feet and welcome Victoria Gatsby.
As a girl, I saw things that no child should ever see. But as a woman, God has blessed me to see things that most people would never see. When I came up with that quote, I wrote it down. God gave it to me, I wrote it down. Then I typed it up and I made it into a poster and I put it on my classroom wall. Because I taught high school for 13 years. I retired about 2 years ago. I put that quote up on my wall because it was a conversation starter for people who came, but it also helped me connect to the young people I was teaching. A lot of them very similar to you. So the quote again says, when I was a girl, I saw things that no child should ever see. But as a woman, God has blessed me to see things that most people would never see.
That phrase actually is very deeply rooted in my experience, in my life story. I was born in 1981. I literally saw crack cocaine rip through communities, but closer to home, I saw it rip through my family horrifically, person by person by person. And even though I saw a lot of poverty, a lot of anger, a lot of hate, a lot of violence, I was also blessed in my life to see many wonderful things, to travel throughout the world, to experience some places, some people. I've been in palaces and castles and McMansions and mansions, and I've met some people. I have one friend, I have his contact information, who's a billionaire. I can sit down and talk to him. I've been across the oceans. I've traveled the world doing my gift of teaching and learning. I've just been blessed, and I know it's because of the power of education. Help myself. Help myself. That's exactly what I had to do, y'all. I had to help myself. I knew I'd already been through too much to be average, and so I had to help myself. I came up with another little slogan, said, you can learn your way out of every situation and on to any destination. You follow me? You know that's how I close out every video, right? Out of every situation and on to any destination. I had to learn my way out of poverty, out of family drug addiction, out of debt, out of failure, out of no one graduating from high school, college, single parent homes. I had to learn my way out of that. My life mission and my personal mission statement is empowering minds and elevating lives, because I am a true testament to the power of education. And when I speak of education, I'm talking about formal education, such as in a classroom and in a university and a college. Also, a formal education, when you learn from the elders in your community, or you just learn from watching people. Informal education, going to seminars and listening to speakers. As a matter of fact, I was able to retire at the age of 35 and do some greater things and bless some other people because I learned through a seminar and through a mentorship how to trade stock options. Nevertheless, whatever kind of education it is, I know that education is the great equalizer. It's the difference between the haves and the have-nots. It's the difference between those people who use tragedy and challenge as an impetus to do something great, and those people who let tragedy and trials break them. It's the power of education, whether it's the education of knowing about who God is and what He'll do for you, or just learning a skill set, changing your mindset. The power of education is the great equalizer. When I see people who were born with money or prestige or class, it's okay, and I like to associate with those people. But when I see people who come from nothing and they build great and extraordinary lives, life work, passion, legacy, I have to say, atta boy, atta girl. And atta is an acronym. It's not just an encouragement phrase that we throw around in sports, atta girl, atta boy. But for me, it means achieving triumph through anything. Because just as you need to be able to triumph over and surmount challenges and tragedy and mishaps in life, you also have to know how to triumph through success, because it can break a person down as quick as tragedy. And so achieving triumph through anything, atta boy, atta girl, or becoming allergic to the average, because it's very crowded at the bottom, but it's lonely at the top. I even heard Les Brown say it's lonely at the top, but you eat better up there. I agree. As a success and achievement trainer, as an educator in the classroom for 13 years, I know the power of substance and style. That's a part of my philosophy. Substance and style of education. Whether you're on a platform, whether you're on a pulpit, whether you're in a classroom, you have to be able to deliver your content with substance and style. What is that? Milk and honey. Honey is sweet. It's going to attract people to you. But once you get them there, how will you sustain them? What is it that they can take from you to empower their own lives? That's the milk. So milk and honey, which is a part of the promise that God gave to me, that he would give me a land that flows with milk and honey, and I would enjoy it only after I helped other people to obtain or possess their own land. All said and done, I want to say that I have empowered minds and elevated lives through this life by giving people the milk and honey of education, the milk and honey of success education, how to succeed and achieve triumph through anything by becoming better than average and allergic to the average.
Taste of this, but I want to let you know you've already been through too much to be average, and you can learn your way out of every situation and on to any destination. I celebrate myself. I want to celebrate you. I want to say attaboy, Josh, for doing it when nobody thought you could do it. I want to say attaboy for never giving up. And I say attagirl, achieving triumph through anything by becoming allergic to the average. That's my time. And remember, I'll see you at the top.
Awesome.